Hey guys, welcome back to Filara Spirit. How's it going? My name is Topher. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Or if you are a returning subscriber, hey, love you guys so much. We are back with another Nice Guys, Nice Girls video, you guys, which is, it's absolutely brilliant, okay? If you've never heard of it, welcome. I'm going to introduce you right now. It's essentially somebody who will say something like, why doesn't everybody love me? I'm a nice guy. Why is everybody so stupid? I'm a nice girl. Why won't you just be attracted to me? I'm a nice person. Yeah, but nice is not a prerequisite for being attracted to someone. We're all nice, if we're just being the bare minimum. We did 2 parts for nice girls, we're gonna do 2 parts for nice guys too, okay? So, I'm just gonna click on a random one, and we are gonna get started, okay? So we're gonna try not to make it too personal. Sometimes I can't help it, and I wanna ask questions like, what are you doing and why are you so stupid? But I'm gonna use these as examples to demonstrate and to give you some conceptualization of a lot of things that I talk about when it comes to relationships, specifically romantic relationships, how we deal with them, how people take them so personally, how people apply themselves way too much and too quickly, and how ultimately the most important relationship, which is the foundation for all other healthy relationships, is of course the relationship with yourself and your God, if that applies, which is the same. You are the God and the God is the you, and all in the image of the universe, right? We're going to use this as a learning curve. This is a learning area, but we're also going to laugh because it's kind of funny, okay? Okay, let's go.
I hate the saying, bros before hoes, for 2 reasons. 1, if I was to get a girlfriend, I would make sure that I put her first and above everyone else.
Okay, great. First one here we're looking at, all right. A lot of people want to hear that they're going to be put first and foremost above everyone else. Except when it's ourselves, okay? But what's point 2?
And 2, to referring to girls
referring.
They deserve this, as they are all beautiful and should be told that each day.
You see what they're going for. You really see what they're aiming for here as well, right? I am demonstrating to the world in some sort of publicly advertised way. I am not a bros before hoes person. If I got a girl, she would come first, and I would also not call her those derogatory names. She would have all of the beautiful names and blah, 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 blah. I feel like it's going to come some more, though.
But dispute this, girls don't pick me because nice guys finish late.
That was so good. Okay, I get it. I get that you feel like that. Because you genuinely, in your eyes, feel that you're a nice guy. You imagine in your head being with a girl and you treat her lovely. You treat her amazingly. You treat her all of the ways that you think that you're supposed to be treating her and stuff. The only issue is what happens with nice guys is the moment that that girl decides that she wants something different or that she's not interested in sort of that romantic way, that nice guy just isn't nice anymore. So it can be kind of incredibly tricky being with nice guys, because if you don't constantly fit their idea of whatever romanticized fantasy they have in their head of their perfect partner, then everything is wrong. And again, it goes the same the other way around and stuff, obviously.
Dear girls, dressing immodestly is like rolling around in manure. Yes, you'll get attention, but mostly
Dressing
from
immodestly.
pigs. Sincerely,
immodestly?
real men.
It's definitely not real men. Okay, fine. If that's what you say a real man is, that's what you say a real man is, okay? But if this is what you're saying is a real man, I also don't want your attention either. Oh, lordy lord.
Guess nice guys always finish last is a true statement. But you're like really fucking mean.
That was so good. Just call him out, just tell him. I love over here as well, where the reaction is somebody's put a laugh emoji. Maybe it was this person who commented. And the thing is, nice guys, it's like, I did the thing. Why won't you fall into my arms like I'm Prince Charming? For a girl, it's like, well, look this way and I'm attractive and also I'm a girl. Why don't you just fall into my arms? That's all you need to do. Like, I'm just a girl, like, go for it. That should be enough for you as a guy. But then as a guy, it's the thing of like, I did the thing. I held the door open for you. I said, please. I said, thank you. I said, you look beautiful and blah, blah, blah. Why are you just not fall into the ground on your knees for me? Like I do know where you got this from, but I don't understand how you're still believing that at the ages where you're having those kind of interactions. We believe that for like 10 or 12 years. Are you still carrying this around when you're like 20 plus years old? That idea that it's Prince Charming's gonna ride in on a unicorn and just save you? Or that Princess Charming is just gonna fall down at your knees because you went to the gym or you have money? I promise you don't want those relationships anyway, because those are all superficial.
You're justified to be feeling the way that you do. I recognize that. I recognize that my actions may have been misleading, and I'm sorry that I've mistakenly led you on. Please also understand that as unfair as it seems, people have the freedom to change their mind. I feel it would be unfair to both of us to continue hanging out, as I can't prioritize our friendship at this time. The emotional intensity you've expressed is both overwhelming and intimidating, and I can't and won't support it. I've given you an honest explanation, and I ask that you please respect my personal boundaries. Our time together has been enjoyable, but I can't offer what you're looking for, dude.
Brilliant. I wish you the best. That's fantastic. Like having to let somebody down and say, look, I'm sorry I have to refuse your advances and blah, 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 blah. And then giving an absolute explained reasoning, you know, like I'm not looking for that, or I'm not the person to give it to you, or etc., etc. You know, it kind of reads a little bit like a resignation letter, which I kind of admire in these situations. You don't really want to get too much emotion involved because obviously, you know, somebody is having their feelings let down here. Somebody is being disappointed in some way. But I am a little bit worried about the response here. I feel like it's going to blow up, right? I wish you the best is such a great way to end the thing, and I really just feel like someone's not going to take it well. Let's have a look.
I'm so devastated, there's nothing I can do. Ah, fuck. It's not even freedom to change your mind, it's selfish.
Devastated. Okay. Ah, look, they give it a thumbs down. That is absolutely brilliant. And the idea as well of, I can change something about myself. Just tell me what it is that you don't like and I'll change it. I'll be anything other than actually who I am, naturally and organically, and having somebody love me for who I am, even with the baggage or blah, 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 whatever, right? Instead of having somebody love you for all of those things and actually genuinely who you are, let me change something. Let me be anything but that. Just tell me, is there anything I can do? It's not even freedom to change your mind. It's not even freedom to change your mind. It's selfish. Well, it's selfish in the definition that Purple is thinking about themselves in this and what they want, which is not grey, but it is also freedom. Self-serving, let's call it. You know, they clearly are like, you know, this isn't for me.
I had one bad day where I was a little depressed, and that intimidated you? Missed call.
Oh, missed call.
Your action may have been misleading? Is this some cruel home or test?
Right. So what's happened is they had a depressed state or something, possibly had some drinks or whatever, right? And this is what some women genuinely go through. It's like just even being nice to somebody is like a prerequisite for they must be attracted to me. And this probably seems to be how they've taken it. Your actions your action may have been misleading. This grey person was clearly taking those actions as some kind of message of attraction.
Things were so well. I meant joke. So cruel.
You see here where it says, is this some cruel joke, they mean? Is this some cruel joke or test? Things were so well, so cruel. The on them needed some, then I think they were saying I needed some love and compassion. And you just basically what?
And you just basically tell me to go fuck myself.
Right. They're projecting here. Grey is projecting onto the other person and saying, is this a cruel joke or some test? I think you were testing the other person, Mr. Grey. You were having a downspout, right? I'm not saying that you weren't having a downspout. Let's say that you actually were feeling bad that day and you had some kind of moment of depression and downness. Maybe you get those all the time. We live in a world of mental health illness and stuff like that. It's a pandemic, right? Absolutely, totally get it. But what you did do was use that as an opportunity to test Purple and see how they would respond. And you're now taking their response as they are cruel and they are this and they are that, because regardless, I don't care whether it's true or not that they had a depressed day. That opportunity was used to test Purple, to test the other person and see how they were going to respond, and also on some level to try and get some kind of in. make me feel bad, hopefully get you to respond in this super positive way and stuff, and that's going to bring us closer together, and etc, etc.
If you were having a hard one, I'd be there.
And now taking it personally,
you would try
right?
to be awful.
Didn't get what they wanted.
You ever think, well, whatever you're going through, I could help?
If you were having a hard one, I'd be there for you and try to be, I think, helpful.
And that's not an explanation in the slightest. That's a cop-out Rick move. It's a dick move. You didn't even have the balls to call me like I said. Missed call. Sick of being the nice, genuine guy. I can be the greatest peach there is, but everyone fucking hates peach.
Sir, if we look at it all and every single human being, most people genuinely are kind of nice, but that is not a prerequisite for somebody falling in love with you. That's the bare minimum. That's like the foundation of I'm nice, you're nice. Okay, let's go up for it. Let's build on that. And as far as genuine, how could it have possibly been genuine when you're in a situation where you are manipulating somebody's response? Regardless, like I said, it doesn't matter. Even if you did have a depressed day, you use that as an excuse to test them and determine their response and outcome. You had clearly placed some expectation on them being a certain way because now you're annoyed and frustrated that they're not and looking for reasons why. And then when you come along and you say, I'm nice and I'm genuine, it's like, how is that genuine?
Look, this is too much. Please stop messaging me or I'll block you.
This is too much, yeah. Yeah, so what's happened is Gray over here has just put way too much expectation and is reading way too much into the connection than Purple is. Purple's just out here making friends, meeting somebody, and then Gray over here is just like, no, I've only been talking to you. I've been starting to, probably waking up thinking of you and applying all of this projected fantasy and illusion onto you.
Fuck you, Tiffany.
It's probably Tiffany.
I deserve better. I ran down to your work and dropped off your gift that you gave me. I hope you really like somebody and they just shut you out and stop talking to you, so you see how it feels.
Yeah, like, you've hurt me. This is a person, as we spoke about in the Nice Girls video, you've kind of got two ways of people responding when they get rejected. It's either I am going to make you feel bad so I feel good about myself for making you feel bad because you made me feel bad, or I feel bad and now I want you to feel bad and we both feel bad. That's where this guy's going. Because I need you to carry some of this. We spoke about it in the Nice Girls. Parents do it a lot with their children. Most of the time, unconsciously, they don't even necessarily know that they're doing it. We'll do it to our friends and our co-workers. Or if we're carrying something particularly heavy, a lot of us feel like, well, I can't carry this by myself. I need to share the load in some way, right? So I'm either going to project into this situation like this and give them some kind of negative thing to feel about. So I'm not carrying all of this myself. I do not feel I can carry it all myself. Okay, what's next?
Hey, have fun with your fucking man whore that's a complete douchebag and wants nothing from
Okay.
you but your fucking vagina. But I guess that's all you want now. You gave up something far better than that fuck who isn't going anywhere in his life. You both mean absolutely nothing to me.
That's crazy, because you spent a lot of time and a lot of effort in that message to a person who means nothing to you. Okay, so here we have an example of, I am sitting here feeling bad that perhaps this person he's talking to, this woman, has chosen somebody else over him, perhaps. Maybe they went to their ex, or whatever the situation is. The sender of this message, Mr. Grey Box here, feels like something else has been chosen over me. So now I need to come in with this message, and I need to say it out loud in some way in order to cement it for my ego that you are not going to be happy with your choice. I need to believe that at some point you're going to be unhappy with your choice because that makes me feel better about myself. Specifically more attacking the man than even her, saying a man horse and a douchebag, freak who isn't going anywhere in his life. And the only thing he said about her was her genitalia. He didn't even go after her. He didn't say, you are a horse. He didn't say, you are bad for this. You notice he wasn't attacking her, because what he's more hurt about, obviously, is the other person. I need to go around that and sort of attack the other person for you hurting me. Because let's face it, it's not necessary. Like, she would have been the one to have to send the message or let this grey box person know I'm with somebody else, or I'm going to be with somebody else. So it's her that actually hurt him, but he's going after the other person. You see what I mean? Guys, that's kind of what haters are. And I'm not talking about trolls. Trolls are different from haters. okay? Might all be suffering from the same self-delusion and sadness, genuine sadness and depression and loneliness and stuff, but a troll is just gonna turn up and be like, fat, under a video for no reason. Like, what are you doing with your time? Like, what? But with haters, it's different. Haters will directly stand around in your presence, in your energy, watching you and giving out that negative energy and stuff. Most people, especially on social media, are kind of protected from it, really, if we don't pay attention. If you are not a person who's going to decide that every single comment matters, if you're not a person who's going to decide that every single like and view is really what you're out for, especially at first, most of the time you're not even going to notice. But this here is kind of the demonstration of really what I would say a hater is. It's a very casual, not a casual term, it's not friendly, but it is a colloquialism that we all use now, right? And I would say this is kind of what it is. It's where I say that I don't like you, you mean nothing to me. You know, people do it all the time where it's like, you're not funny. I've never seen anything so unfunny in my whole life and you should stop and just go and end your life and blah. And it says all of these ridiculous things. That's kind of like when it's obviously consistent, there's a hater. But you have to understand, for that kind of hate to be consistently there and consistently writing out passages like this, and actually that person must have paid attention. And I'm like, is that not mean hate is a form of love? Does that not mean that really hate is kind of a form of love if you're giving it all that attention? And this is a perfect example of this. You mean absolutely nothing to me, but I'm putting so much time and attention on you right now. That's love. Obviously not your traditional form of love. I think there's a lot more to say about it than just that. But you can kind of see what I'm saying, right? I'm paying so much attention to you that you're taking up all my thoughts, that you're taking up all my time, you're taking up all my effort. That's what we do when we love people.
We can always exchange nudes.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the profile over here. Who is talking? If this is Tinder, what are you doing? Is that the only picture you have?
I don't need your nudes, I have Drake Bells. And not sending a nude because of self-respect is kinda stupid. If a guy asks for a nude, it should be taken as a compliment. And I have the internet too. Yet here I am. I could be looking at Jennifer Lawrence, but I've asked you. Oof. You should feel special.
I do not agree with him at all. And, I mean, he only looks like he's, what, 15? You a baby, alright? Go back to your crib. Not sending a nude because of self-respect is kinda stupid. Right. I mean, he's kind of trying to argue his point here. You should feel special because I could be looking at somebody vastly hotter than you, but here I am asking you. It is kind of coming from this place of like, it should boost your ego, madam. Your ego should be boosted at the fact that I want to look at your body. That is only acceptable after the relationship has been well established. And it's like, we have been together, we are already together, you are my favorite person, your body is the only one I want to look at because I am with you and because we've established that and because blah, blah, blah. And it becomes an interesting and a fun, exploratory kind of thing with your partner and stuff. Not somebody that you just met. If that is what you're looking for, go look at Jennifer Lawrence. Or whatever. Just go.
What are you doing?
About to leave for work, LOL. You?
I'm off today, thank God. How old are you again?
19, LOL.
Cool. How big your feet, LOL?
What?
You know the old saying, size of your feet tells size of something else, LOL.
Okay. I'm a size 11 though.
LOL. Nice. Is it true? Are you big other places as well?
I'm really not interested if this is where the convo's going.
Just was one question. I can see if I said pics and stuff that's rude, but fine. Bye if you felt I was rude.
Honestly, bro, nobody said that you were being rude. Nobody said that. I don't think rude is the right word necessarily about, I mean, it is a little bit, but it's just very disarming. It's very disarming to just be having a normal conversation with somebody about, yeah, I've got the day off and how's your day? Yeah, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. So how big are your feet? Excuse me? Gray here can see where the conversation is going and absolutely right. If they're not going to give it to you, if they don't plan on giving it to you, fine, let them go. Why are you getting annoyed that they don't want to? You're just wasting time before you meet a person who does want to show you what their feet are like.
I'm far from that type person.
Oh God, you're a nice guy.
Oh,
You're a nice
God.
guy! Yes! Reddit, here we come. It's a nice gay. He's a nice gay. This is a guy talking to a guy. I love it. I just love it because it's just like, nobody is immune from this. It does not matter what gender you are. It does not matter what your sexual preference is. It does not matter what your sexual history is. There is potential for everybody to be a nice guy or a nice girl. Right, so this is halfway through the video, you guys. We're going to leave it there for now. I'm going to do the other half and edit it all together so I can release it in 2 parts, just because I don't want this to be too long of a video. I'm going to try and keep them to 20 minutes or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Up here in the top corner is going to be the link to the other videos for the Reddit Nice Girls, the Nice Girls thread. You can also head to my other channel, the World of Filara, which is also going to be linked down below. That's where I do a lot of my comedy stuff, a lot of my fun stuff, just teaching you guys how to make nacho cheese, practicing stuff with my hair, reviewing and reacting to hilariously cringy American sitcoms, and rewatching my favorite childhood cartoons. We do a lot over there, you guys, so please come and hang out. It's down in the description box. Thank you so much for being here. Part 2 is going to be out in the next few days, in the next week or so. So make sure you've subscribed and you've turned on your notifications as well, so you guys are the first to know. Let me know if you've ever met somebody I would love to know everybody's experiences. Maybe get some personal ones that we can analyze and have a look at as well. Make sure those notes are on for the next one in the next couple of days, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye.